chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Hey crafters, it's your crafting companion, Mommy Lala. Get ready for another delightful crafting adventure on Crafty Vlogmas Day 17. This time we're throwing a unique challenge to the incredible, okay, Janet. Of course, we are going to be working on our gratitude journal. Janet is the creator and owner of Animal Paradise Communication and Healing. She has been doing this for quite a while, and it is an amazing opportunity for us to be able to have her on the show once again. And not only that, she is actually here to guide us through how gratitude journaling is going to even make your life even have that an amazing transformation, okay, through the method that she has been doing for quite a while, right? So I know that you are as excited as I am to meet Janet. And without further ado, let's welcome back Janet on Mommy Guide Inc. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Lala. Hi, everybody. So wonderful to be here on your fabulous show at this time of the year.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Janet, again for being with us. I know that, the differences in time zone can sometimes be very difficult, but it's amazing that at least now we have you not like in the wee hours of the morning for you, right? In a more acceptable time for you guys. All right. So, of course, we have Jay in the chat. Are you wearing antlers? Yes, we are, Jay. Look at that. All right. So also good morning, good evening, and midday. Sorry, Jay, I wasn't able to watch you guys a while back on LV Handcrafted because we were preparing. Janet and I were preparing, right? So Janet, maybe for those who are coming in for the first time and they haven't seen you before, okay. So let's talk a little bit more about what Animal Paradise Communication and Healing is and what you talk about or do in your channel.
Well, Animal Paradise Communication and Healing is the name of my business. And it has to do with animals, obviously. So I teach people like you, animal lovers, or animal lovers, of course, how to telepathically communicate with your animals, and also a healing modality called Reiki. And I also host and just teach or guide people to meditate with our animals. Because, don't you think like this time of year, it's so busy and can be crazy. It doesn't matter whether you celebrate the holidays or not.
Mm-hmm.
it can be really, really stressful. So if we can just take just a moment, like 1 minute, 5 minutes, to just be with our animals
Mm-hmm.
and relax, just be quiet just for a second, take a break from all of the stuff of life, right? It can really help to relax us, relax them, and we just feel so much better. It makes life so much better. Yeah, that's
Oh,
the short version.
what is an awesome why. But how did it all start for you? Right? So you have been doing this and helping people through the business that you have right now, and now you're actually a content creator on the
Mhm.
channel, on YouTube channel, showing people how to actually even do this. But where did it all start for you?
Such a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I I must have been born loving animals and nature and flowers and everything. Um, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a veterinarian when I grew up because it's the only job I knew that you could do with animals. And there's lots and lots and lots of jobs now that we can do with animals and nature. But right around high school, I started taking biology and went like, okay, that's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on to my first degree was in music, and my major was wind instruments, flutes, clarinet, saxophone, that kind of thing, which is one of my many passions. But back to animals, and then I went on to get a degree in broadcasting and work for over 30 years in broadcast television as an engineer behind the scenes. Never this, but I still okay. So how I got started, it might be something you might have done, or maybe not. A friend of mine told me they had taken an animal communication workshop. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You did what?" And this was back in the 1990s, way back then. And that wasn't really talked about. Not many people did it. And I went to a workshop. And the thing that did it for me is every single student, and there were over between 15 and 30 people, received validated information from somebody else's animal. Were we as good as the teacher? No. But
Lagay yung mga
we could do
names.
it. So we're all born with the ability to communicate with animals. So I just started taking workshops and practicing. And then the next thing I know, I'm actually starting to practice doing communications with people, humans, and it's animals and the humans that love them. And I started teaching after I had done hundreds and hundreds of communications with animals, and they're humans. And I just really loved doing that so much. And I started teaching online probably 2011 or a little before that. And I forget how long it's been that I've been doing my online, like YouTube, I think 3 years maybe. Um, but yeah, it's been a journey that I didn't plan. It
Wow.
just
So
kind of
you
happened.
know how amazing life is, and things just fall into place from, science, and then eventually
Mhm.
going into engineering, and then eventually falling in love with music, and now animal communication. But you found your absolute passion in this area, and you have been sharing, I think from what you mentioned, more than a decade, okay, your passions. And I know that you do have a very active Facebook group, right? About this thing. So maybe we can talk about can they join this Facebook group, and then what they
Sure.
can expect from it.
Well, my Facebook group is called the Animal Lovers Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a private group, so you just have to, how some Facebook groups that are private, you have to just click on it, and then under the join or whatever comes up, they keep changing things, but just
Yeah.
answer like a couple of questions. They're really easy peasy, simple,
Mhm. The
and
links,
then
by the way,
you're
Janet, are in the description, guys. If you want to join, it's
oh,
there. All right, there you go. Okay, and then so what do you do in the Animal Lovers Cafe?
um, So it's just a really nice, well-rounded group. I sometimes do some live shows there. I Facebook's gotten kind of strange, so I've just moved everything to YouTube. We have I do little prompts to get people talking to each other. Monday is Meditation Monday. Thursday is Happy Healing Thursday, and Friday is Funny Photo Friday. So I try to get people to post, and they do, pictures of their
Oh,
animal companions that are pretty funny. And we all love to see pictures of animals or videos of animals. So it's just kind of a laid back, kind of casual group of people that they all love animals. Yeah.
awesome. Janet, I just want to showcase
Mhm.
some of the people in the chat who came in earlier. Okay, of course, we have Jay. Are you wearing antlers? Okay, where is Jay's comment? Okay, it's there over there on top. Okay, so yes, these are antlers. Mine is like the big, huge ones, like
Those
a
are
moose
great.
one, right? But Janet has the tiny ones, and they actually light up, and you'll see later, right? Also, good morning, good evening, midday. Thank you, Jay, for that. And we have a more. Janet, she's my friend who I told you before that he's also doing Reiki, and she actually
Oh, nice.
shared that with us a few months back when I had her also as a guest. So I told her, get in touch with Janet. You would love
Yeah,
Janet. Be in her group, right? So thank you for being here,
that
Amor.
would be fun.
Yes, and Jay Crafts by Jay, Janet actually has as a fur baby cat whose name is Linux, if I'm not mistaken, who's always on his stream when he's like live streaming and crafting. He would come over onto the table, and then he would always be there, or sometimes on his lap when he's live streaming. So he also loves absolutely animals. But he said, interesting, interestingly, okay, I do know how to read, guys. Sometimes though, because this one is okay, too big. There you go. Whenever I do mindfulness, my cats enjoy meditating too.
Mhm.
Oh, there you go, right? Okay,
Yeah,
though I'm pretty sure cats do it without my help.
they're the masters of meditation.
Exactly. And good morning to Sammy from Jay. And he said in the 90s, meditative. My daughter said meditative cats. Sammy also loved cats. And also my
Mm.
nanny. Do you know, Janet, that I think we take care of about maybe at least 3 to 5 neighborhood cats because my
Wow.
nanny loves cats so much. So they know already if it's time for food. So they come over, but they do know their limitations. I said, no pooping in front of the house, no doing like this and like that. Okay, and when I'm coming in, please go away from the door so I can come in. Because sometimes they would be like sitting there in front and you can't enter, right? I have to put the car in. So like that. But they're very nice. So we have about 4 to 5 neighborhood cats
Mm.
that are regular they're like part of the family because both my daughter and my nanny, they really really love
Mm.
cats more than dogs. Of course, they're for the dog lovers out there, don't worry, because Animal Paradise Communication and Healing is not just cats. Okay, so all
No.
kinds of different animals, right? Which brings us to our topic for today, Janet. So when
What?
Janet and I were thinking of what are we going to talk about, for Vlogmas. Janet has been a dear friend of mine since I started content creation, right? And last year, I've been blessed to not just, meet her virtually, which we've been doing for a long time, but when I went to DC for like several weeks, she really drove from, the next state to just visit me, right? So I really appreciate you. And she's really somebody that I know personally and virtually, right? So Janet said, how about, lately we've been doing gratitude journaling, right? So I said, what is gratitude journaling, Janet? So maybe Janet is the best one to explain this further.
Huh. So what I what I do is I started kind of as a test, and it's still a test on my YouTube channel. Um, there's some techniques to help you deepen your connection with animals and communicate with them better. And so what I do is what I've been doing is I've been
Okay.
calling it messages from animals. So the way that I do that is the way I pick the animal teacher. So there's an animal teacher.
Okay,
I'll just try
so
and make this really brief.
okay,
Um,
let's do a
I have
solo.
a I have a little deck of cards,
Uh-huh.
right? And then so the first thing we do is who's our animal teacher, and I'll just
Uh-huh. Solo. There you go.
oh, I'm not hearing you. Craftings. No.
There, crafting
You,
solo.
you want me to do that?
Okay,
Oh, I
so
wasn't going to
there
do
you
that
go.
yet. Okay. I wasn't going to
Oh,
do that yet.
oh,
Okay.
not yet.
We'll do
Sorry.
that. Okay. Well, we'll just do it anyhow. I'll show
Uh-huh.
you what I do. So I've been doing this little short thing. Um, let me go back here really quick. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
It
okay.
worked. So just really quick. What I've been doing on this live on my YouTube channel, just playing around, is I've been picking a card. So I'll just show you this one. I'll show you a better. So these are cards, right? We use our intuition. Pick the card, and then whoever. This is a great card deck. Whoever the animal teacher. This is not our animal teacher. Oh, it can be. So there's the animal, and then a message. I
Mm-hmm.
do a guided meditation, and we become the animal, see the animal, get to know the animal. And then there's the message that the animal brings. So we do about 5 minutes of a guided meditation that I guide everybody through. And then whoever the animal is,
Mm-hmm.
um, we then write in a journal what you received from the animal. So that's what we're going to be and part of that is gratitude. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what you want me to do this now, Lala.
Okay.
I'll do this. So now we're going to do that. So are you guys want to just kind of play along? I'm going to pick a card,
Yes.
and so here's what we do. To use your intuition, and thank you, Lala, for helping me do this overhead. I've never had an overhead camera before, so bear with me.
You're doing
Where'd my
great.
hand go? It's like
There you go.
okay. So you take your hand
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of using your intuition, feeling over the cards and see what might call you. Is there one calling you? So I usually have them spread out even further so I can really feel into the energy. Who is going to be our teacher? And whoops, where's the camera?
Okay.
See, live TV, isn't it fun? Okay, this is our teacher. Lala, I'm going to switch back.
Okay. Yeah.
Bad.
To face cam. Yeah, there you
There.
go.
Okay. Okay, there. This is your teacher for today for our journal. We're going to journal, right, Lala?
Mm-hmm.
So this is called Cow Spirit, and the message or the lesson is the miracles are endless, right?
Wow. I love that. The miracles
So
are
this is
endless.
I'm going to move my cards and then we'll do our thing, Lala.
Okay.
And I'll just have so that just kind of tune into the cow. How do I switch this?
Okay.
I'm
Solo.
learning. There. Is that okay? Here we go. Can you see the cow?
Yes.
Okay. So kind of connect with the cow and the message, which is miracles are endless. Feel into gratitude with your cow. Isn't she adorable?
Yeah, she
She's
is.
just gorgeous. And so Lala, you would talk. So and what we would do on my thing is we would write whatever we received from
Mm-hmm.
this wonderful teacher. But what we're going to do right now, Lala's going to, since this is the crafty show, right? We're going to
Okay. Crafting together now?
crafting together now.
Okay.
Crafting together now. Ta-da.
All right.
So take it away, Lala. We're going to do what?
Okay, so guys, so this part of the show, okay, so that is how Janet does it on Animal Paradise Communication and Healing and Animal Lovers Cafe on Facebook and on YouTube, okay? So, but since we do know that this is Crafty Vlogmas Day 17, I have asked Janet to actually, start, help everybody start a creative, a creative gratitude journal. Okay, so we can do that by just, you guys choosing any journal that you want. So what you see on my space, okay, so this is actually like a rotating caddy where
Oh,
I
that's cool.
plan to like pull out just one every day, okay, and put some creative touches to it, and of course the journaling for the day, and then put it here. So I like it in this way for this year instead of a regular journal notebook, because it's something that I want to put like in front of me, and when things are the day is not being so nice, right? So and sometimes you feel like, I don't think I can go on with this day, it's so hard. And so you probably pull out one of these cards and remember that, wow, okay, I am so
Mhm.
focused on all the challenges and all the things, when in fact there's so many things that I need to be grateful for, right? This happened the other day. This
Yeah.
happened like 2 weeks ago. So it's so easy for me to be able to look it up. So right now, these are all blanks and waiting to be filled with tons of gratitude for the coming 2024. So we will start with that. So Janet, on the other hand,
Yeah.
is going to do a different take on this one. So Janet, how are you going to do your gratitude journaling for today
So
and for
what
the next of the
what
year?
I usually do is
Mm-hmm.
I can't write fast enough with a oh, I can do it over here. Wait,
Mm-hmm. There you go.
with a
With a
you
pen.
guys are gonna have to but this is so funny. With a pen, I can't write fast enough. So
Mm-hmm.
I can show you. I usually use a well, I didn't tell you about
Okay.
this. I
Janet, can
usually
we
use
do
an app.
solo
Don't
together?
worry. This will go together. I
I mean
promise.
solo, your solo crafting so they can see better.
Oh, I am?
Solo,
Okay.
there you
I'm
go.
gonna solo crafting.
Okay, there you go.
So this is what I usually do. I don't know if you can see this.
There's an app.
Surprise, Lala, I wasn't going to do this. Okay, there's an app. Put it straight. This one right here. This one right here is called Day One Journal.
Okay, we can't see it. A little bit more.
Oh no.
Go
Uh,
back. Can we go back to like what the app looks like so that they could
oops.
probably.
No, I'm kidding. It looks like
Oh, there.
this one. That one.
Outlook?
Outlook. No, it
Out.
doesn't look like that at all. It looks like this
Oh,
one.
okay, there you go. Daily
Day one.
one. Okay,
Day
so
one. This
okay,
one right
okay, there
here.
you go.
Okay, so I'll click on it. And for me, the reason I choose this, and you can
Mm-hmm.
do days or whatever, and you can add photos and you can do all kinds of things. But for me, I have to be able to type like this.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, so that's all for that. That's just what
Mm,
my choice is. But like when I have classes like animal
mm-hmm.
communication, I'll give people a little journal like this, and then they can write,
Oh, that's so
you
nice.
know, whatever they get from their animals in the little
Mm-hmm.
journal, right? So that's another way to do things. But Lala was, it crafty. So I just got
Yes.
this spiral notebook, big old spiral notebook, and I'm gonna just like maybe decorate the front of it and cover this thing up, and then maybe write my gratitude journaling right in here.
Oh, awesome. Right. So you
So
have so
that's
many choices. So Janet actually showed us different options. So you can even do the digital one, right? So crafting together, Janet?
yes,
Okay. All
crafting
right.
together.
Yes. Okay, there you go. So Janet and I are gonna be creating just a sample, a snippet of, how we are going to do our gratitude journaling. Again, if you are not into like, oh, I don't have this and that, I don't have stickers, I don't have cardstocks, I don't have, this marker and that. Don't worry, because Janet showed us you can even do an app if you want. Daily One was the one that she mentioned, and you can even use a notebook, okay, a regular notebook as your journal. Okay, but the most important thing is really not about the decorations, not about all the things, but really it's more of you being able to put down into words, or okay, or into photos or pictures, things that you are grateful for, so that when things become quite difficult, you get reminded that you should be focusing on that, because there's so many things to be grateful for, right? So you can go over all your notes and all your past, journal pages, and realize that, oh, this too shall pass and everything will be okay. And as Janet showed us, okay, you can even,
Yes.
tap into your animal companions, right? So for the
Right.
day. And if you want like guided meditation and how you do this, you can always head on to, okay, Janet's
What?
YouTube channel. It's Animal Paradise Communication. Guys, normally about midnight or early morning for us is about the time that Janet normally goes live or uploads a video. And I really like her like morning meditation. So, her voice is simply just very relaxing. So she would guide you through that, just a few minutes of that. And also she does have her lives every now and then. Okay, normally that's about 11 to midnight Philippine time, right? So it's like if you're before heading off to bed, and then her morning meditation is actually perfect for us because it's normally about that time as well. So she actually has a website, animalparadisecommunication.com. So for a lot of the details or interested things that you may want to look up, that's the best place to go. Actually, Janet gave us a freebie, right? So there's okay, what's the name again, Janet? The transform transformational,
Transformational
okay,
guided
meditation. Yes,
meditation
guided
with your animals.
meditation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a link in the description of this video. It's absolutely free. Thank you, Janet, for giving that to our community. Of
Oh,
course,
and yeah, and
yes,
if
yes,
and
Janet.
hopefully I'm gonna have something else that if you guys check back here on
Mm-hmm.
Lala's, on this thing, Lala might will
Oh,
maybe
maybe you want to
hopefully
show them
post
some
that
of
just
that.
just
Okay.
special for you guys. Yeah,
Okay.
I just didn't get it to her. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but yeah, maybe you can show them the printed one, because I was like, Janet, this is so
Oh,
pretty.
okay. I just
Okay.
messed it up.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's
Oh,
okay.
that. I was
Yeah, the
gonna
whole
also do
thing. Okay.
something else.
But
Okay,
Janet actually
so
chose one already, but the one that she's going to give us is something
okay,
like that, guys. Right?
let's
So
see.
different.
So So I've how many of you guys well, first of all, I didn't even ask. How many of you all have animal companions? Dogs? Right, like right in the comments. Do you have a
Okay.
dog, a cat, horses? There's all kinds of bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of animals that people just love. And I mean, they're not my animal companions, but I do shorts almost every day. Thanks to Lala for showing me how. But there are deer that come into our yard every day, and I take video and do little shorts from them. So
Yes.
you might have all kinds of different animal friends. I'd love to hear who is your animal
Yeah,
companion,
so
what
guys,
they
who is
are.
your animal companion? Put it in the chat so we would
Yeah,
want to know. And maybe if you can start with your animal companion, as your
right.
inspiration for, today's for today's gratitude journaling. Okay, and then of
Yeah.
course, Janet, we have Sishi Stories, okay, from the Filipino YouTube community. Hello sa lahat. Hello host. Mega love shout out. Salamat po for dropping by. Okay, and of course, Jay said, "Oh, that's really neat." So like a Rolodex,
I
kinda.
know.
Yes, kinda, but
That is cool.
like this. It's very, very old, Jay, right? It's from my scrapbooking
Oh.
days of so many years ago. And follow Janet on YouTube, everyone. Yes, please. And we
Oh,
have
hi,
David.
Sammy.
Yes. And we have David. Hi, Lala and Janet. David is going to be on the show with me on the 24th. Okay, so that's
Yay.
Christmas Eve. I was super excited about that, David. And JLBC, okay, this is
Birds and fish.
you're Janet, right? And she's Jeanette, okay? And
Ah.
she's my best friend, and she is
Oh,
into Reiki, right? And she's been doing
what?
this together with Amor for quite a while now. I think they started during the pandemic, and it has really, really helped them because they are in
Mhm,
the
mhm.
field of law. So you know how
Oh, wow.
difficult and how
Yeah, yeah.
kind of stressful it is to be in that profession. So doing Reiki and animal communication has really helped them both, and they have been sharing that with me as well. And so I said, "Oh, you should meet my friend Janet, guys."
Mm.
So there. So the Jeanette said it's dogs, okay, birds and fish. And do you know how
And
she turns that also into a physical art, Janet? She has
oh,
her
wow.
paintings. She paints. She has
Oh,
actually
I'd love
some
to
of her
see them.
paintings actually in galleries. She recently was in one here in the Philippines. So she creates paintings about, sometimes of flowers, birds,
Mm.
all of these things. So there you go. Thank you so much, Ned, for being here. And Jay said, I have two animal friends. Oh, it's not Linux, it's Linux. See? Sorry, Jay, I had
Lennox.
his name wrong. The taxi
Lennox.
at that likes to help me crafting. Yes, we always see him in Jay's stream. And I don't know how you pronounce this. Kaiser? How do you pronounce this, Janet? Kaiser? My black cat. Okay, this one is Kaiser.
Keiser?
Kaiser. Okay,
Ke-
Kaiser.
Yeah, I think it would depend.
Okay. So I hope
And there's
I
probably nicknames, right? You probably have
yes.
nicknames from that name.
Okay. And then
Because,
Amor said we have dogs there.
yeah.
So they
Oh,
have extremely different personalities, which I find interesting. Indeed, Jay, right? So Janet has um two sibling cats, cat Luna
yes.
and Max. So there, you saw a Luna.
This,
Yeah, this
this
is
is
Luna.
Luna.
Yes, see Luna. Hi, Luna. All right. So oftentimes when Janet is doing her show or her
Yeah.
meditation, they also have their own cameras. So we call them the Luna and Max cameras. Sometimes they're on the side by the window, right, Janet?
Yeah, they have
Yes.
different places. I need some more cameras because they keep moving around.
And then Jay said they've lived here for
Oh,
12 years. Awesome. uh Kaser is quite observant, so that's why we don't actually. I think I've seen him on your stream, Jay, but Lennox always right. Wow, she sounds so talented, Lala. She is very talented, right? And she's been doing this for several decades now. We have a rabbit. Okay, David has a rabbit
oh,
who shows
Uncle
up in our
Bun.
yard. My wife rides horses, but we
Oh,
don't
oh,
own them
excellent.
yet. Yes. Oh yes, I've seen David's wife actually. She used to do, I think, equestrian, right?
Nice.
So yes, and I do know that being around horses has helped her as well, relax. And also we know that David is in the world of entertainment. He's behind the scenes though, guys. So just like Janet was, that was her day job for a very very long time. And you know how stressful that can be. So animals really have helped them. And we have Zell. Good morning, Zell. How was, I know you did Simbang Gabi last night. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, that's so cool. All right. So, see, those things that you see on Janet's craft space, that is going to be a PDF that is sharing with all of us as well. It's not yet uploaded. I will upload it after the show. Again, Janet, thanks in advance for, giving this to us so you can use that. You can download them and print them and use these cards. If you don't have like the cards that Janet has with lots and lots of animals, maybe this can be like
Right.
something that they can start with, Janet.
Right. I just cut. Well, you know what I would say? Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I just cut this one out. So, but you know what you guys can do?
Mm-hmm.
Start with your own animal companions. So take a picture of them. You might even print it
Oh,
and
that's
stick it
great.
in your journal. Or if it's a journal like mine, that
Mm-hmm.
I use more than the written one, handwritten ones,
Uh-uh.
you could just drag it into, the online journal,
Okay.
um, and then just be with them for a moment in the
Ah.
silence. If you don't want to do meditation, being, did you know that just being quiet, petting your animal companions, or just kind of being with them
Mm-hmm.
is a form of meditation. That is meditation, just being quiet for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're such great healers. They teach us, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what we're doing right now is more of the crafty kind of gratitude journaling. But if you really are looking for that, meditative kind of gratitude journaling where you're just at peace, Janet will give you time to actually do your journaling. So I highly suggest that you go over to her channel, and so that you don't miss any, okay, of those times. Okay, it's best that you don't forget to go to her YouTube channel and like. And if you like what you've
Mhm.
seen, even her shorts are actually pretty awesome. I love seeing the dear family every day, right? So what they're doing. Okay, head on to there. And if you like what you're seeing, please don't forget to subscribe. All right. And join her FB group. It's absolutely free for now, right, Janet? It's free?
Oh, it's always, yeah, the Facebook
Yes.
group is always free.
Always free, right? So
It's
just go
just, it's
there.
a closed group though. It's not
Yes.
open to just anybody.
Yes. Yeah, so you just need to like register. Okay, it's free. Okay, the Facebook page is Animal Paradise with Janet. Okay, the group is Animal Lovers Cafe. Of course, Janet is
Cafe.
also
Yeah.
on Instagram. See, me, I have one, but I'm not. I don't post anything. So hopefully that will change in 2024. Janet Dobbs Animal Paradise. Okay, but for everything else, best is to go to her website. Okay, so with that, let's start journaling
Okay. What are we doing?
together. Okay, so you can do this as well, guys. Again, if you prefer digital, you can do so. Okay, Janet mentioned an app, Daily One, not sponsored, but hopefully they
Not
can
sponsored.
be in
N- Not
Janet's.
sponsored. I just like it.
Yes, they like it. Okay, and hopefully that would actually also be, part of you know your way of doing your gratitude journaling. Again, if you don't want to use paper like what I'm doing, or if you don't want this kind, you can always start with any kind of notebook. If a big space like overwhelms you, then use a small notebook, right? Use a smaller one. I actually created something like this one. Okay, you can start with a
Oh,
blank
right.
one, right?
Yeah.
Or if you really want like very minimalist, you can start with a blank page.
Mhm.
Right? So these are just the things that I created using smooshing with different kinds of inks, right? So these are basically just, watercolor, um, or rather acrylic inks put on a gel plate, and then so it serves as a background. Or you can even start with a blank page, okay? So like so we will show you just as at least you know what to do. Okay, so of course, since this is a journal, okay, so I wanted to have like a cover. So for today, I said, okay, Janet, I want to start with my cover and probably move on from there. Okay, with the guide that she will have on her channel. When what do you have like a schedule, or is this a regular part of the show, Janet, where you do like the gratitude journaling part?
So the gratitude, the journaling part,
Mm-hmm.
I call it messages from animals, journaling messages from animals. And there
Okay.
is a, what do we call them? On YouTube, their playlist,
Oh,
right? So
okay. There's a playlist. Okay.
I have a playlist called Journaling with Animals. So
Okay.
there, and this has been kind of an experiment. I've been doing it for about a month now. I'm thinking that, and I'm just doing it once a week. I'm thinking about doing it on Sundays or Mondays. I haven't been able to help me come up with a time.
Okay.
I've been doing it at 6 p.m. I'm on Eastern time, New
Oh, so
York
that's
time,
6
Washington, D.C.
a.m. for
So
us.
that would be
7
like,
a.m.
what, 7 p.m. for you all? 7
7
a.m.
a.m.
for,
for now because you're on
yeah,
daylight saving time,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
there you go.
So I've been toying with that, and if anybody's interested, just let me know, and I have not made it firm. I was hoping to have a firm date and time. It lasts about 30 minutes,
Okay. So it's
and
30
there
minutes.
are already some. If you want to check it out, just go to I my YouTube channel and just look for the list of
Again,
journaling
what's
with
the name?
animals.
Animal talking again. Sorry, what's the name of the playlist so that they will not forget? Oh,
Journaling
journaling.
journaling messages from with animals from
Okay.
animals.
So there you
Journaling,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And so
Very.
these these little pictures.
Okay.
There's an app that I play with where you type in, it's AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just type in the words for whatever it is you want. And I've just been getting the most amazing animals. Most of my stuff is, animals or plants or nature scenes or something that and these are all from, some of them are really horrible, like cats with five tails. And I'm like, no, their eyes are really weird. But some of them are really, really pretty. So
Mm-hmm.
you can do the same thing. Just, type in whatever you can think of. You can keep it really simple. And then you can look at examples. I'm not promoting anything, but
Mm-hmm.
oh no, my phone's right here. I
Oh,
can't look it up.
yeah, I
I
remember.
think
Yeah,
it's
she's using it right
Starry
now.
A. I think it's called Starry AI.
Yeah, Starry. Janet showed me how to
It's
use that. And it's so pretty.
so fun
And I think that for
and sweet.
there's a free version of it, right?
That's all I do, yeah. And
Yeah.
every day you can get 5 credits, I think, so you just keep
That just go
playing.
within the five, right? So you already
You
have a
can
lot. There you go. And of course, we have a dear friend, Dwayne. Hi, Doc
Dwayne!
Dwayne. Yes, Doc Dwayne is not a stranger to the channel. We've had Doc Dwayne twice over in the past couple of years. So Doc Dwayne also does a little bit of journaling. Okay, right, Janet, on his show lately,
Yes.
right? So if Doc Dwayne is a medical doctor, he's really a practitioner, right? So during one of his shows, are I'm not sure if it's all the shows, but there's several of his shows where I find that he does his usual work. And there's a time, like you'll
Sorry.
just hear music and you can work on whatever you need to do. Okay, so sometimes the thing is we are not able to do the things that we do because we're so like all over the
Yes.
place. But if you like work alongside him during that time, you'll be able to, because I've done that several times. So I would, and then Doc would say, okay, so like several minutes, okay, we will work on this, and then stop, and then he will talk some more, about certain
Mm.
topics, and then we work again. So there's so many different ways of doing this. Hello again, Doc Dwayne, for dropping by. Okay, guys, I'm stooping low because I am trying to get stuff that I can use for the decorating. Hold on.
So what are you grateful for?
Oh my
What
goodness.
what gives you, when
Yeah.
I have a coach that always says, "Start every morning
Mm-hmm.
and say 3 things before before your feet hit the ground or when your feet hit the ground, but you're still sitting on the bed. Think
Mm.
of and bring to mind 3 things that you're grateful for." And if
Very
you do that
easy.
every day, you start feeling a little bit better each day. It's pretty kind of a cool exercise. So, what's one
That's
thing that
nice,
you're
huh?
grateful for? And maybe you all might want to write that in the comments.
Oh yeah.
What's
I
one thing
think
you're grateful for? And for me, I'm grateful that my kitty Luna is in this. I wish you could see it. I don't have another camera to do, but
uh-huh.
she's right there,
Hi
there.
Luna.
And she's in a little red canoe. We call it a canoe. It's this kind of like a little bed and it's all Christmas colored, but
Uh-uh.
she's all snug as a bug.
That's so
And
cute,
so
like a
I am
canoe.
grateful she's here with us.
Oh.
What are you all grateful for?
Okay, come on.
And then write that in your journal.
Yeah, yeah. So this journal that I'm making, Janet, and everybody in the chat, is really this year I will, as I said, keeping being consistent is difficult. So having somebody like a journaling companion, like with Janet and
Mhm,
Doc Dwayne
mhm,
in the chat, is really gonna be very helpful because starting is, I think, the easy part. In terms of this, okay, it's the being consistent part of it that's a little bit more, you need to be very what do you call this, mindful or intentional about it, right?
mhm.
Because when sometimes life, becomes so busy and all the things that you actually would say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then another day, and then eventually you'll be at the end of the year, and you just have
Yeah.
one page. Okay, so that's the
Yes.
nice thing about, if ever doing this with somebody, right? So,
Yes.
just tune into their channel, either Janet's, and then of course you can do also Doc Dwayne. Okay, but Janet's is really, if you really just want to also achieve peace in the sense that it's meditative and all, you can head on to her channel. Make sure that you hit that notification bell though, otherwise you might miss it. Okay, if and when she does go live doing this one. Okay, so that's a great suggestion for you guys to, keep yourself
Uh-oh. Oh
consistent,
no.
okay, in doing this. Because as I said, having something to remind you of, when things get quite difficult, whether it be at work, relationships, your health, financial problems, having a reminder, constant reminder that you know what, this is not just gonna happen. It's just it's a passing thing. This too shall pass, right? So you just need to refocus on the positive things and go over the many things that you're so grateful for, and realize that, see, life ain't too bad, right? But you just have there are just days like this, right? So yeah, I'm trying to look for and then I actually really like the animal that Janet chose this morning, like the miracles are endless, right? So the
Oopsies.
message
Mm.
of, okay, so the cow, right? So yes, I'm very inspired by, I
Oh,
love
you're doing it. There we
flowers,
go.
yes,
There we go.
right? Okay,
There
there you
she is.
go. Okay, there
Whoops.
you go. So if you want to be inspired by, again, Janet said normally, there's a time that she gives for you to like do a little bit of meditation and to see what you think the animal is sharing with you or telling you. Okay, so in this case, we have there the cow spirit. Okay, and the miracles are endless.
Heart and less.
So don't despair. Okay, I
So,
think I
what
like
does that
this
mean to
one.
you? And as not a crafter,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to, I don't know what I'm doing. I found this glue from an old, like really, really old
Oh,
scrapbooking
that's a
thing.
very nice
It
brand, Janet. It is.
is it? Well, it's all over
Yes.
my hands now.
Oh no. Okay, yes, because that glue, what you do with that glue
Oh
is
my
you need to press it so that it
I
will flow.
did, and then it's all in the top though because it's so old.
Ah, so it flowed
So it's just
immediately, right? It's okay because it's always water. Okay, but
I don't care.
don't press your stream deck with those kind of sticky hands. Okay, you gotta make sure that you remove those first before you hit your stream deck because your stream deck might get stuck. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, yes, okay. Yes, Sammy said we should invite Jay's Crafty Animals to craft along too.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
Yes,
Sammy,
absolutely.
if you
What do you think, Lorna?
watch Jay is actually doing an advent calendar thing. Normally he
Oh,
live
nice.
streams and every Sunday. Actually that's every Monday for us morning. But normally it's Sunday for them. So he normally goes live during that time and craft. But since it's he's doing an advent calendar thing, so he's going live. He's been going live daily. So if you want to check that out, you'd probably see Lennox come up, okay, in his streams, okay, because he likes being in on Jay's table, right? So there's Sammy. You should see Lennox. It's really awesome. And I'm grateful my parents are healthy and active at
Oh.
73. Mm. Jay is really close to his parents. They actually did a craft fair a few, like, I think 2 weeks back or a week ago during Jay's birthday. And he's very close to them. I think the hard part
Oh,
of
that's
working it
nice.
into a habit, exactly, Jay, right? So that's why, in my case,
Mhm.
Janet, I said, I'm going to make it crafty, right? Because
Yeah.
crafting for me is like breathing. It's like I can do this day in and day out and not get tired of it, right? So if I include crafting onto, my journaling, I am sure I would be, a little bit more
Mhm.
consistent with it, and having a coach, a guide like Janet as well. Oh, that will be super awesome, right? So again, you can start with any book, any journal, digital or otherwise. Okay, you can do this. See, okay, so Janet is almost, I've not finished anything. Janet's already up there. She has also
I know.
already her animal companions.
Oh,
And Doc
God.
Dwayne said, I have to pick my journal word for 2024. Yes, guys. So,
Oh,
but
nice.
what does Doc Dwayne mean by word for 2024? Oh, okay. Actually, we did this last year. I did this with Doc Dwayne. In his channel. So picking a word for the year for me has been a habit, right? So, and that word guides. It's like my anchor, my guiding thing for the whole year. Instead of doing like your annual resolutions, which we normally really are
Yes.
not able to do, right? So I choose a word. Like my word for last year was healthy, right? So in everything I do, okay, it has to it's hinged onto that word, okay? So the previous year it was thrive, right? So Doc Dwayne and I are still, meditating on what our word for 2024 is. And hopefully you will also do so. And I'm sure Doc Dwayne's going to talk more about this on his channel as well. And of course,
Mm.
Janet, right? Janet, I'm grateful for this amazing community. Yay! Absolutely. Okay, that
This
deserves
is such
balloons.
Oh,
But why are the
this
balloons
is such
halfway
a
through?
great community, by the way. You all just really, it,
Yes, I'm
you all are so
grateful.
wonderful.
Really grateful for everybody. He does like to help. Yes, his cat. Oh, that was 2 weeks ago. Yes, 2 weeks ago, right? So normally sometimes, when we grow older and our parents get older and we become more adults, our kids become more adults. Sometimes, we become too busy that we might not have time for our parents anymore. But that's why I said I really love what Jay has been doing, really, always putting his parents in the schedule, right? So everything has to be okay. Okay, what will I be doing this week with my parents? He is really and I remember also the Bible said that honor your parents because it comes with a promise that you'll be blessed forever, right? So that's also one thing that I can always look back into. Okay, I think that's enough leaves. I have so many leaves. Okay, so one thing I don't
Oh,
have,
that's
okay,
pretty.
I will get that animal companion in when I get the downloadable from Janet, right? So I will put that like here, okay, beside my flower. Okay, so there. I think that is it for that part. Okay, so if you don't have things like this, that what Janet and I are using, don't worry, you can always just do the journaling part. Maybe Janet, you want to show them
Oh,
like
I will.
how,
I
okay,
think
you
I will.
actually do the actual journaling solo overhead. Okay.
Yeah, I will try.
Okay, solo overhead coming up.
Okay. Ta 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 ta. Is that it? Oh, solo overhead.
Yes, solo.
Wake me up.
There
Okay.
you go. There you go.
I need a little light though. Here's our cow.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna write gratitude at the beginning.
Yes. Gratitude. Let's start and begin with gratitude, right?
Oh, I'm not an artist. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, but that's
I just
pretty.
I just play, it's like so this is like oh, I know. Let's see what do I
Okay,
have.
again, guided by
What I
cow spirit,
what
the
I
miracles are endless, right?
Yeah, yeah. So what I would probably do is take a picture of this and print it out and have the cow, this little sweet cow, she would be smaller,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd put her somewhere over here and smaller. And then if I was working with, this cow, well, you
Mhm.
could pick any, I'm making a mess here. You could pick any animal. So for me, it's about the animals, or a plant, or a mountain, or whatever.
Mhm.
And so with this cow, what's the first thing that comes to you when you see this cow? The first word that comes into your mind. So write it down. So
Okay, so for me,
and
cows
I would
are
have the
kind of
picture,
strong.
So how about you all? As you're looking at this cow, and I
Mhm.
don't have her very straight because I was going to write,
Okay.
what's the first thing that comes? Oh, she's crooked. Thank
It's
you.
okay.
What's the first thing that comes into your mind? Write it down in your journal. Then the next thing that comes into your mind, and you can do this with an animal that is like a drawing, a painting of an animal. You can
Mhm.
do this with a real animal. And so this is like a really easy way to receive telepathic communication. Telepathy is just the silent language that we all do. We're born with it. It's our birthright. It's not something, oh, you're special, you can do it. We're all born with the ability. So an easy way to begin to receive communication is to just say hi to an animal and see if you receive a hi back. It doesn't mean you're going to hear a word. You'll just maybe get a feeling. Maybe your heart feels happy, but that's like, oh, you got that. Or maybe they stop and actually look at you if it's a wild one, or a dog in the back of a car. So in the case of, then the next step would be, whether it's your dog, your cat, your bunny, your turtle, horses, pigs, goats, or this cow,
Mhm.
as you write down what's the first thing that comes to you. Don't think about it, say it. So I feel kindness. I feel a gentle mother energy.
Mm.
I feel peace and joy. I also feel, and I get a very deep wisdom. And you can keep going with just like the first thing that comes into your mind and
Mhm.
write it down. And you start to get a picture of who they are as a being. So we look at the outside package of this beautiful cow, and you notice, she's got these pretty eyes, and maybe you notice something about her mouth and her nose, the color of her fur, the flowers on top of her head and surrounding her. That's the outside package. But then you go deeper, and you have to do this by just kind of breathing, getting quiet, sitting in the stillness with this cow. What comes up for you? And you might even become the cow and look at life through this cow's eyes. What do you feel? What do you sense? What do you think about? Do you have friends and family? So you can start to build a picture, and you can write it down in your journal. You start to build a picture of who this animal is as a being.
Mhm.
And as you're doing that, it seems so simple, but you're receiving communication. It's that simple. So as you write things down in a journal, things that you get and receive, a feeling, a sensation, oh, I feel so peaceful. So you might write down peaceful. And this is who this cow is as a being. And the same thing works with our animals that are with us, their fur or feathered bodies, scales, or whatever package they're inside. you can get to know them as in a different way. They let you in and they start to get to know you too because we're being quiet together. And then that gratitude can come. Yeah.
Awesome. Right. So, and then it moves on from there. Thank you so much, Janet, for that really nice, way of guiding us through how we can actually work on our gratitude journals. Okay, Janet, crafting together. Okay.
Oh, wait. Where'd it go?
Okay, there you go. Right. So it doesn't even have to be like sentences, like tons and tons of words, right? So again,
Mhm,
whatever,
mhm.
you feel like doing, then do so. Okay, but what Janet showed you is, how you can do it. Okay, through using the spirit animal that she showed us today. Okay, guided by those. Okay, so I've attended several of Janet's episodes where she actually did that, and so it's been, sometimes the world is just so crazy busy and so crazy noisy, right? So we just need to really focus, and her voice, right? It's so calming. This is really, if you just want if you feel that doing it alone is something that you may not be able to do because there's so many things that are in your thoughts, and then you just can't take them back. So this is something that you can do. Okay, and this is what I've been able to do today. Okay, so
Oh,
I
that's so
just
pretty.
this is actually a layering die for the crafters out there.
Mm,
Okay, this is an Altenew layering die. So I use different paper. Okay, and then cut it and then layer them to look. It looks very real, right? The flower, right,
it's
compared to
beautiful.
the leaves that are very flat, right? So it does give it like that sense of pop. So I really like it. And probably this is unfinished. I will probably have to ink the background. So normally you prepare your background first before this one, but since I know we don't have enough time, so I'll have to do that later, just the edges. So of course the Lord is my strength and my song. Okay, so that is for me
Mm.
just an instant, look at it. Hold on. It's gonna be, remember, it's gonna go around, okay, this one. Okay, my round,
Oh,
okay, like a Rolodex thing. Okay, so it's gonna go like that. Okay, okay, and then so every day, like I'll just flip through something. So the Lord is my strength and my song. Okay, so the Lord got this. Okay, I'm okay. I'll be okay, right? So something like that, right? So that's how it is gonna look like for me. Okay, but if you are a person who wants to always be able to carry it, then there's another option, the digital version of it. But how you can actually come up with all of the things, okay, for it, okay, I highly recommend that you join Janet for it. Okay, and that's Janet's cover. Let's show them solo. Okay, Janet, so you can
oh, that was a
okay.
cue.
Okay, yes. There you go.
I,
So that is the cover, right, Janet?
I would write like I'd probably find a way to write gratitude or
Yes.
something, but I I love watching all of you and all of the people that come on your show because you know, I've never had an art class. I took music and I admire anybody that oh sorry about that.
Oh, it's
Wait,
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm playing around here. Sorry. I got to get back there. There.
There you go.
I so admire all of you all that, you know, having I believe just like with music, I feel like we all have an ability to express ourselves musically. We all have an ability to express ourselves with some form of art too. And you know, I feel like for the journaling, if you don't feel like you're a writer, don't write, draw,
Mhm.
you know, and express whatever it is you're feeling or receiving through a drawing or a painting or a sketch. There's more than one way to do this kind, to journal.
Absolutely. And we love what you did in this one, right? So your take on this one. So just the gratitude part for the title of her journal. Okay,
Yeah.
Janet, let's do a face cam. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that is it for us today. And I hope that you liked it and that you have started for us anyway, Janet, your Sunday morning with a great start, right? So being,
So I
you
guess
know,
for you all, it would be Monday morning.
no, it's Sunday
What
morning for
is it?
us.
So if I did 6 o'clock at night on Sunday,
That would
wouldn't that be
be
Monday for you?
7 a.m. Sunday,
Yeah.
yes, that would be
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
great way to start the day, right? So that remember, I always tell you when you do like your morning meditation, right, with short videos, or I tell you, oh, perfect, Janet, because I've been just start because you would have birds chirping, or sometimes it's the
Mhm.
view of the forest. She has an amazing backyard with a forest at as far as your eyes can see. It's really perfect for early meditation. So then if you are just ending your day, thank you so much as well for being here with us and staying with us. And I hope you like our antlers,
Yeah, for
right?
antlers.
Okay, Janet has
Absolutely.
actually a twinkling one. There you go, guys. It's so cute, right? I want to have one like that, but I don't
Wait,
have.
is it wait, oh,
Yes,
here we
it
go.
is. It is. There you go. Janet, again, thank you so much. Invite them over to Animal Communication Paradise and Healing for the first, before we leave.
Sure. So my website, you're welcome to come and check it out. It's animalparadisecommunication.com. And please come to check out the YouTube channel. There's something for everybody, especially if you love animals. I think I have a holiday meditation. And I have the little chapters on it. So if you go, it's like at the top of my page, you can just go in a little bit for the full meditation. Otherwise, I yammer a little bit. Sorry, I never do that. But it's something you can do with your animals. So whenever I do any kind of a meditation or a Reiki healing practice, I always invite animals to come and join us. So whoever your animal companions are, invite them to be with you when you're journaling or whatever you're doing. They're here to share your life, even if they're fish, just go over and hang out with them. Fish are very calming and relaxing, and they have a lot to teach us too. You just never know what they might share with you. So, yeah, I'd love for any of you all to, stop on by. Please, if you do, please say hi. Yeah, and thank you for having me, Lala. I just
Oh,
love your community and I love you. You're my sister. So,
of course, we call each other sister. We're sisters from a different mother, right? Really, we message each other every day. Sometimes good morning, and then before we go to bed, good evening, right? So if there's a certain week with I haven't heard from Janet, I would message her
you
and stuff like that.
okay?
Yeah, so really, I thank you so much, Janet. And of course, we have Gretchen in the chat coming in before we leave. Yes, hi Lala and hi Janet. Thanks so much,
Hi,
Gretchen,
Gretchen.
for being here. Yes, Gretchen, guys, if you missed it, she was my guest, I think, for day one or day two. Okay, so if you go to over to my vlogmas, she was my guest. Okay, so you would get to meet Gretchen more in that video. Again, thank you so much, and I hope that this has been a pretty day for you all. So whether you're ending the day or starting a day, we both wish you all a very grateful day ahead and the many days to come. With that, thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
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 Okay, of course, I would like to leave you with this. My Craft Getaway 2024 is happening on February 24, 25, and 26. And registration, of course, is already open at mommyguideinc.com/shop. Thank you again, and see you tomorrow for another Crafty Vlogmas, this time with Gemma Lobrigo Lobado of PF Crafts. Bye!